on the line, Jack in London. Hello, Jack.
Vanessa.
Are you a paparazzo, sir?
I am indeed, ma'am.
Have I had the pleasure?
You have a few times, yes.
Ah.
Yes, you have.
Has it been a shock to see you? Are you one of those people that jumps out at me from rhododendron bushes?
I've been using a long lens lately, Vanessa, but yeah, there's been a few times that we've had the pleasure of gracing the pages with you.
Oh, really? Have you made some money out of me recently?
Not recently, no.
You didn't get any of those kissing...
If you want to sort of work something out, we can.
No, I don't, thank you. But I thought you might have been one of the fellas that got the kissing picture. That was a good one.
No,
that was a nice
me.
earner, that one.
No.
I'm sorry it wasn't you. Tell me about Harry. I mean, do you think Harry deserves what he gets?
What the attention?
Yeah, well, the attention, and I suppose that therefore eventually he's going to get so fed up, or so combination of blotto and fed up, that he's going to hit out, and then they're going to be extra specially great pictures.
Well, I can't predict the future, but he will get a lot of attention. But especially if you're going out nightclubbing and everything, then people go around looking around clubs, for celebrities, and
yes.
Harry is a big catch. So I personally don't go looking for him, but if anyone hears he's like in a club or something, it'll get monstered because the pictures sort of the global pictures.
Mm.
And
so, for example, how much kind of money, if Prince Harry came out and fell over or came out of a pub and punched a paparazzo on the nose, what kind of price could you flog a picture like that
you're
for?
Looking at multiples of thousands.
Are you?
Yeah, but that all depends how many were there, if you've got it on your own and stuff like that.
Yes.
But it's certainly quite a lot of money. But
I mean, there will be people listening. Obviously, I couldn't count myself among them, could I? Who might say, how does somebody like you sleep well at night? You spend your life skulking in the shadows, leaping out, using your horrible long lens to upset nice people as they go about their private lives. How do you sleep? Isn't your conscience twanging at you?
You were smiling when I took your picture. You didn't seem to mind.
I must have been doing something I wasn't ashamed of for a change.
No, people associate that every time that the word paparazzi and shame. It's not. Hundreds of pictures get done, and people are happy to have them. And then every now and again you get the one or two incidents, and then it's sort of branded paparazzo. And basically, if you're going to go out nightclubbing and everything, which is known to have lots of photographers outside. That's hardly sort of skulking around in the shadows.
No, can I ask you something? This is just obviously personal curiosity, and I know people are fascinated by paparazzi and how they do what they do. So obviously, if you go to Bougie or you go to Mahiki or you go to China White or you go to some big London restaurant nightclub, you know that paparazzi come with the paparazzi come with the territory. You know that. But how does it work that you're, for example, shopping in, I don't know, West Finchley, and you come out of, what's that book chain, whatever it's called, Waterstones
Borders
or something,
or
Borders, exactly. And all you've been doing is buying on your own. You've been buying a paperback book for your holiday.
Right.
You walk out the door and you're in West Finch, and obviously you're not wearing any makeup and you look fat, and suddenly there's a man taking your photograph. How does he know you're there?
Well, how he knows you're there is he may have seen your car, or he may be driving along, and then all of a sudden, oh, that's so and so. Now this is the part where some people are bombastic about it and some people aren't. In the daytime you'd want a long lens, so you're not right in front of their face, and you sort of, if there's a word of maybe doing it a little bit gracefully and not sort of overdoing it, and as less as possible, and I've been caught out or whatever. Once you've got the set of pictures, you leave them alone.
Yeah, but so you either see a car, or are there people who tip you off? Are there people who say, "Well, I've just seen Keira Knightley in Regent's Park having a picnic with her boyfriend under a tree," and then you go charging around? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, but if you think about, so if you're in the West End and someone says, "Oh, someone's come into a bookshop up in Finchley,"
yes.
By the time you get up there, but some people might be local to that area, photographers or whatever. It's a weird thing. It happens in all different sorts of ways.
Yeah. Would you have people on a retainer, like stringers, who would tell you, "Oh, so and so's just gone into such and such"?
You might have someone who would phone you, yes. And as a retainer, personally, no, I don't do that. I'd only pay someone if I sold the pictures from their tip.
Okay, here's the one that really gets me. You go in. Well, I could say I go into hospital.
Oh, well, that's not,
and some
really
beeping beep will always tell some photographer or some journalist that I'm there, and you never know if is it the doctor, is it the receptionist, is it somebody who saw you going in? Well, you tell me how it works with hospitals.
What hospital are you going to? I'll find out for you.
I'm not going into hospital. At the moment I feel fine, but I mean on numerous occasions it has happened, and it's always a bit upsetting.
Basically, hospitals and all that. Personally, I wouldn't do that. But maybe if it's cosmetic surgery and stuff
that's
like that,
different. Now that's different.
That will be a different situation.
Yes.
But it can happen anyway. The other thing as well is you don't, people think they're going to be, tip someone or whatever.
Yeah.
You want people to know what they're talking about, because some people will ring you up and sort of, so-and-so there, and you know that the picture's just not worth it, and you can. So whoever's going to be phoning you, you would want them to be clued up.
Yeah. So top of your hit parade of pictures you would like is celebrities or big, obviously A-grade, A-list stars who are with somebody they're not supposed to be with, or who are doing drugs, or between the leg shot as they get into a car. What do you want?
Not really. I'll go out on a daily basis, and the other day I done the Doors. I mean, that's not going to make magazines here, but it was nice to do them.
Yeah.
And it will sell somewhere, down the line.
Yeah. So
when you go out, it's a machine that it's got its own engine, and it can unfold in front of you.
So it's an exciting job. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so do you feel any compassion for Harry? Any compassion for the celebs that you snap?
I feel the guy's under a lot of pressure, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be a hard call to be. He's going off to war or whatnot.
Yeah. Have you ever
like a beverage? Anyone could like a beverage.
Of course. Have you ever turned your back on a photograph which you could have sold for money because you just felt sorry for the people, or you like them?
Oh, sorry. I felt that I didn't want to do it a couple of times. Yeah.
What sort of thing? You can't tell me who, but what sort of thing?
Oh, well, there was one time when Jack Nicholson's daughter was apparently got thrown out of a club.
Yeah.
For cocaine.
Right.
Which allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Which is. Probably bollocks.
We can't say that. Apologise to anyone offended by my paparazzi guess.
Morning.
And what? And you decided not to do it? Why? Out of loyalty to Jack?
Well, no. I met him the week before, and I thought, lovely. And he put his arm around me, and then someone took a picture. I was a bit chuffed. I thought, and then I thought, the next minute there was other people there doing it. I left it.
I don't know if that means you're a man of honour, or you're a man who can be easily bought with one hug round the shoulder. Next time you take my picture, say hello, Jack. It's Jack, a paparazzo called independently. He feels some kind of compassion for Prince Harry. You might too.